Hi guys, and welcome to our first online meeting. Let me see who is already here. We have, I just saw somebody. What happened? Never mind. Okay, so guys, let's get started. Now, if you're watching this live with me right now, oh hey, Zaid is here, Bridget is here, Amanda, Misha, is it Naprosha is here, Samuel. Wow, many of you here already. Okay, so now, this is our online meeting. I'm gonna do this every week. Now, if you guys watching this live with me, make sure to sign in into the live chat box to the right of the screen. If you're watching this recorded session, make sure leave a comment in the comment box at the very end of the page. That's how I know you're here. Okay. So guys, let's talk about the class. This is only the second day for the class, but remember our class is actually very short. We only have 6 weeks to work on everything. So make sure important stuff. Okay, so do not fall behind. Any time of question, always ask me. Finish your homeworks on time, finish your tests on time. So do not fall behind. If you fall behind, you don't have time to catch up. Okay, so every week when you do this live with me, you get 3 points. You get 5. I'm sorry, you get 5 points on your test. And then guys, if you're watching this recorded session, you get 3 points on the test. Rachel's here. Lydia's here too. All right, so for the first week, you have 4 chapters to cover. That's a lot of information. Now, every chapter, you have a quiz, you have a homework. So for every questions on the homework, you have 3 tries. And then for every quiz, you have 3 tries as well. And then for the 3 tries, we take the highest grade. Now, the key for the quizzes, your quizzes, the questions on the quiz coming from a very small question bank. So really, by the time you do your third, your second try, you've seen some of the questions before. So guys, really do more tries. And then the more try you do, the more question you see on the quiz, the better you do on your test. And then on your test is also multiple choice questions. The format is very similar to the quiz questions. And then really some questions just directly coming from the quizzes. So if you guys do your quiz carefully, you'll be fine on your test. Okay, so that's the best way to review, best way to study for the test. Hi Ben, hi Fernando. So for every week we have a discussion posting to work on. For the first week discussions, it's just self-introduction. Now guys, remember this: to get a full credit for every week's discussion, we have 2 requirements. The first requirement is that your discussion must be at least 300 words or more. And then second, you must reply to your classmates' post as well. So once you finish yours, go back to the discussion, look at a classmate and reply to at least 1 person. Okay, so that's a discussion. So for this week, I know many of you guys like to slack off or wait until last moment. This you can do first. So first, get your textbook. Okay, you can buy the textbook online. So go through our D2L, click on the link for the home for the Mind tab page. That will take you to the online stuff. You can buy the textbook on there directly. If you buy directly on there, it's a little cheaper, but you don't have a physical book. Or you can go to our Kingwood bookstore, buy the textbook from there. It will cost you about $140, and on the back of the book, it comes with a little access card. That access card will give you access to our online materials. So on the online material, you have all your homeworks, you have all the ebooks. Okay, Nora is here, Casey is here. All right, so guys, for each weekly meeting, I will go over some important news for each week, and then if you guys have any questions on any homework or any quizzes, you can ask me during the meeting, or you can just email me before the meeting. I will discuss that during the meeting. So normally Tuesday is not a best time for everybody. So normally we do the meetings on Thursday every week. This week, so do it early, so answer your questions early. Okay. Now, so does anybody have any question to ask me? Guys, if you want to ask me a question, type in a question into the live chat box on the right of the screen, and then when I see it, I answer right away. Okay. So does anybody have any question to ask me for this week? Question regarding to your homework, question regarding to your textbook or discussions or any other class rules? Oh, I don't remember who it was, but one person asked me, that because you have a temporary access to the textbook, if you finish everything within the temporary access period, would that count? That will count. Okay, so guys, so if you want to save the money on your textbook, you can finish all the homework material on MindTap within the I think it's 1 week time. Yeah, I think it's 1 week because last time I checked was it expires on November 13th. So you have 1 week to finish everything. Okay, so if you want to, you can you can do that, and then that will count to your those grade will automatically transfer to your D2L, and that will count into your grade. Okay. So another question from Fernando. Fernando says, what time is the meeting on Thursday? So the meeting on Thursday, let's set it at 3 o'clock. Okay, so 3 o'clock every Thursday we do our meetings. Okay. Yeah, I think 3 o'clock is probably good for that time is best for my schedule because I have meeting, even though the school is flooded, but I have meetings all over Houston area. So that's probably the best time for me. That's 3 o'clock. And then Casey said every time you click on the link to register. Oh, Casey, I remember you sent me an email about this, right? I was going to reply to you. So that might be a technical issue that I cannot solve on my side. So what I would do, I would send you the contact information for the IT support for MindTap. You can call them directly and then get the matter resolved. Okay, so after this meeting, I will send you the information in your email. Let me see another question. Rachel asks, what is the homework title after homework on our grade sheet? I did the homework for chapter 1 and got a grade for chapter 1. Rachel, that's a good question. Let me see which one you are talking about. So the apply of homework on your grade sheet. Let me see. Okay, Rachel, I see what you're talking about. Okay, so that is an issue I need to fix. So I will fix that after the meeting is over. So what you should see on the grade, let me see if this is matched. Give me 1 second, guys, because last night when I was working on the class, I noticed that there is a issue with the connections on your MindTap and to your final grade. So let me see if that's the issue we can fix on my side. Okay. All right. So yeah, that is a problem. Okay, I'll fix that after the meeting is over. So what you should see on your gradebook is only the one called homework, and then parenthesis CH01, so chapter 1, and then CH02, chapter 2. The one called apply homework, I will remove that. So don't worry, you don't have to do that. Okay, that was the link for the old class. I will fix that issue. Okay. Another question from Amanda: how long are the meeting going to last? If you want to search the PM, still. Oh, you're at work. Yeah, you know what? I see many people at work on Thursdays. So is this time on Tuesday works better for everybody? Because usually you guys get off by this time now, so you wouldn't have any class. So this time be good for everybody. If this is a good time, we can stick with Tuesday. How about this, guys? Once the meeting's over, I will put a survey online on D2L, and then you guys can comment or participate on the survey and let me know which time zone or which time span works best for you, and then we can schedule the meeting accordingly. Okay. Let me see other questions. One more questions on here. How long are the meeting gonna last? So Amanda, usually our meetings will last about 4 to 5 hours. So if we start at 3 o'clock, we should finish about 8 or 9 o'clock. Okay. Just kidding. It won't last for that long. Usually the meeting are pretty short. So usually we finish about maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes. So nothing to measure. Okay, you don't have to call in a sick day just to do the online meeting. All right, let me see what question do we have. So Amanda also asked specific due date for each week. All right, so for the due dates, let me do a screen share. Let me show you guys where the due dates are, so you won't miss them. Okay, screen share. All right, let me go to the class. All right, so go to content. Now for content, your class structure is broken up by the different exams. So you have discussions here. So let me show you where the due dates for each quiz and each exam. So go to exam 1. Now see over here where it says chapter 1 quiz and November 12, 2017. That's the due date for chapter 1 quiz. So for every chapter quiz and also for the test, you will see a due date right underneath it. So chapter 2 is due on November 12th, chapter 3 due on the 12th, chapter 4 due on the 12th. So all 4 chapters are due on the 12th. And then 5 is due on 17th, 6 due on 17th, and at the very end, you have exam 1 due on 19th. Okay, so every assignment, every quiz have a due date on it. So make sure to finish it as soon as possible. Now, what doesn't have a due date is your homework. So your homework doesn't have any due dates on it. So for the homeworks, you can take as much time as you want to finish them, especially for this 6-week class. It is very concise, so sometimes you might run out of time to work on the homeworks, so you can work on it next week. Okay, but however, do not wait until last week because this homeworks will take forever for each chapter. And then some, if you already did the first chapter, you know what I'm talking about, right? So take a time. It really take your time to think about each questions. So make sure to do them early, even though there's no due dates on them, but do not wait until last week. Okay. And then for discussions, go to discussion. It will show you week 1 discussion, week 2, and week 3 and week 4. So do them according to the week schedule. Okay, let me see what other questions we have.